Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the finale of Gill Lovecraft.
Good morning. You're watching News 1 to 10.
Luckily, it was only 10 minutes into not recording, that I realized that I forgot to hit the record button. So I only read like a couple of lines, but I was like, wait. So we're going to be doing Gill Lovecraft's endings, starting with whatever the walkthrough tells me. Let's see. We're going to start with the best end, normal end, bad end, 1 and 2. Bad end's called Another Happy Ending ? There's no other happy ending for Gill, so I don't know what it's talking about. And then bad end 2 is called 365 Love Letters, which sounds like a really bad ending for Gill. I was wondering why they chose to speak in English for the news anchors and stuff instead of Japanese. I've never seen that before in a game.
Love Letter for You, written by Gill Lovecraft, who was newly appointed as CEO of LCI Inc. last month, has sold over 6 million copies. LCI Inc. just moved its head office to Los Angeles, New York. Expectations for a shift in management strategy with a new CEO have increased, along with the stock price.
Hi! Here's the topic for today's funny news. Gill Lovecraft's book, Love Letter for You, just released on the 1st of this month and is a hot topic. Maybe thanks to that, rumors that you can find love while riding in an LCI car are going viral on social media. Also, Gill Lovecraft's book, Love Letter for You, has been nominated for the Nobel Literature Award.
これがテレビというものか。
まったく、珍しく私の部屋に来たと思ったら、このニュースが見たかったってわけね。どう？
確かに便利だな。これで娘の夫となる人間の動向がよくわかる。だが、車に乗るだけで恋が成就するなどとは解せるな。そんなもの、勘違いに決まっている。
それがね、調査したんだけれど、本当っぽいのよ。
For humans, it's like if you have the biggest, flashiest car, then you draw the most attention. So that logic works for humans.
キューピッドの金の矢がどこに行ったのか、ちゃんと私調べていたの。そしたら、あの子たちの車に刺さってたのよ。
車。
で、その車ったら、今や LCI 社本社の象徴みたいな感じで、車の展示場の真ん中に置いてあって、周囲の車にキューピッドの恋の矢の影響が出ちゃってるみたいなのよ。
つまり、本当に LCI 社の車にキューピッドの矢の効果が現れているということか。
そうなのよ。だから多分 LCI 社の車に乗ると恋が成就するってのはあながち嘘じゃないわ。
That's funny.
しかもあの車には変な魂が宿ってるせいで簡単に矢が取り外せなくなっちゃったし。なんならあの車、夜中に勝手に動き出して恋結びをしちゃってるみたいよ。
何？そうなのか。
ええ。だから当分次のキューピッドは生まれないでしょうね。あの車がキューピッドになっちゃったんだから。
まあ、人間の結婚率が上昇するならば、それもまたありということか。
ありなのかしら。
ありだ。娘の夫の会社の車が売れるならな。
と とんだ親バカね。軍神マーズが娘にベッタベタに甘いなんて、一体誰が信じるかしら。
少なくとも人間どもは想像できんだろうな。神話での私といえば荒くれ者なのだから。
そのイメージ壊さない方がいいわよ。幻滅されちゃう。ところで、そろそろ人間界に行かなきゃいけないんじゃない？
ああ、そうだな。ヴィーナスももう向かっているとよし。行くか。
It actually goes by really fast, so I'll just do it
娘の
this way.
結婚式にな。
Yay! Wedding! A bright ray of sunshine dazzles throughout the entire wedding hall. I glimpse the world through the wedding veil as I stand next to Gill holding a fragrant bouquet. Today we're here together at the Cupid Corporation wedding hall, but I'm not present as a bridal advisor. Instead, I'm the bride and I'm here to take my vows with Gill.
新郎ギル、汝健やかなる時もやめる時も止める時も貧しい時も夫として愛し敬い慈しむことを誓いますか？
誓います。
神父リネット、汝健やかなる時もやめる時も止める時も貧しい時も妻として愛し敬い慈しむことを誓いますか？
I do.
それではこれにてお二人は夫婦となりました。誓いのキスを。
はい。
I can hear the edge of nervousness in Gill's voice as he pulls up my veil. He quickly glances towards the guests in attendance. I'm sure he's feeling a bit bashful since his family is here. When we're alone, he's so different though. Gill can be really confident. I know, we've seen how he acts with you alone. Oh my goodness. I smile and close my eyes. The sensation of our lips meeting and pressing together fills my mind. We don't get a wedding, CG. How dare you? But as quickly as those thoughts come, the kiss ends. It was more of a peck than a genuine kiss. Out in the audience, the attendees were whispering about how cute or charmingly chaste it was. Well, that's fine. We already got a kiss CG, I guess. We'll get, like, one of them, like, full body shots or something. Gill isn't pure at all, though. Gill isn't pure at all, though. You should see him when we're alone. Oh my goodness. The officiant guides us through exchanging our rings, and then we stepped up onto the altar. There we will sign our marriage certificate. Gill and I exchange a glance, then sign our names. Gill, Lovecraft, Lynette, Mirror. Our names are written there in ink. But actually, my real name is Cupid. Can't sign that, though. Auntie saved me once again by using her divine powers to create my census registration. That's why I have this name. I wonder if this is really okay. I felt like bringing that up, but then I noticed Dad is in the audience, openly sobbing into a handkerchief. Actually, a third of the attendees at our weddings are gods. The remaining 2/3 look on in shock at how those hidden gods are dressing as they attend the wedding. I thought humans couldn't see them, though. That's what they said in Shelby's Root, that you can't see gods. Whatever. But if the gods are fine with things, then there's no problem. After all, they're the creators of this world. Right now, the only thing that matters to me is Gill Lovecraft and his presence next to me. I like all the blue. We then held the wedding reception. Cutting the wedding cake together made for a wonderful memory. We even prepared a blue cheese cheesecake for fun. After cutting the cake, Gill's former colleagues at Outra were playfully teasing him and living it up. I felt a bit sad that Clarice wasn't at my wedding, but I assumed she was watching from afar. Then with everyone watching, we got into our car. I felt like a scene straight out of the movies I always used to watch with Auntie. There we go. I love it. It's so cute. Oh my goodness. She's so pretty. He looks so much more mature in that picture. Snow white flower petals dance in the air. As the petals showered everyone, Gill and I wait from the car. Thank you, everyone.
ありがとうみんなおめでとう
おめでとう
おめでと
祝福するぞ
Peter.
おめでとう Q ちゃん。エロースおめでとう。
娘よ幸せに
Dad is still weepy, such a softie. Even though we're not related by blood, we're family through and through. And now Gill will also be my family too. Until I met Gill, I didn't think much of love. I regarded him as a guardian. But after spending time with him and learning about who he is, my feelings towards Gill start to change. I was Cupid, yet I didn't know what love was. Gill taught me all about it. He's always been like family to me, but now Gill's truly family. I hope we can build a family rooted in love together.
うじゃあ行こうか
You didn't say her name in Japanese. Let's hit the road. Gill takes off, cans drag behind the car, making a merry noise. As if responding to that sound, the Bumblebig honked the horn joyfully.
キューピッド寂しかったら帰ってきていいんだからな
You told her she can't go to Celestia if she's a human.
Q ちゃん、また一緒に映画見ましょうね。
But a high-spirited departure, I'll always remember this moment.
ああようやく
Gill's sigh is full of emotions. He spent the entire drive glancing at me from time to time.
ようやく君と夫婦になれた
I know, I can't wait to get a hold of you during the honeymoon. Gill whispers that while running his fingers over the wedding ring on his hand.
ようやく君が俺の奥さんになってくれたんだね
I am. I nod and glance at my wedding ring as well. They're a matching set. Right now, mine is glimmering in the sun.
ねえ大学の時に俺がラブクラフトって名前をからかわれたこと覚えてる
Your name?
うん君は俺のファミリーネームを好きだって言ってくれたんだあの時から俺は君と同じ名前になりたいって思ってたんだよ
Oh, yes.
俺のファミリーネームは関係ないだろだいたい俺はその名前好きじゃないんだだから
Well, I like your last name, Gill.
本当
Well, yeah, I'm here to matchmake and bring people together. The idea of making love is appealing to me.
リネットじゃあ俺と同じファミリーネームに
But she said it could have like a totally different meaning to him. Oh, that memory sure takes me back to when I was still so naive. I guess we really did talk about that, huh?
でもようやく一緒になれたもうこれで失恋パラサイトとはお別れだ
Gill smiled a bit sheepishly.
今度は俺キューピッドパラサイトになるかも
Cupid, Gill doesn't mean the god of matchmaking, he means me. What does that mean? Parasite, an organism that lives in or on an organism of other species. That's what the word means. He's gonna be your living organism that never leaves your body. And yet at the same time, a parasite coexists with another too.
一緒に生きていこうリネット
That's really funny. Yes, let's. I hope we'll always be together, Gill.
うんもう逃がさないよ
won't let me go. Normally that kind of statement would be a bit scary to hear, but when Gill says it, it comes with the sound of happiness.
じゃあブーケを投げようか。
Yes. Previously on Parasite House, Gill fell over on TV while trying to grab a wedding bouquet. This time we're throwing the bouquet and there's no falling involved. Under the bright shiny sun, the bouquet soars through the air. This toss symbolizes our shared happiness. Gill and I are in the car with Cupid's arrow stuck to it. I, the formal Cupid, am throwing the wedding bouquet, in all hopes of gifting love to everyone. In that moment, I prayed that everyone would find their happiness. I like that image a lot. I still don't want to replace my current desktop background though.
君のラブタイプもアガペだったんだね。
ロードするのか。ああ、構わない。どの瞬間でも私は SS だからな。
Okay, we're gonna go down save file 4. Let's see, my current desktop background is Shelby still on his wedding day. And then I actually have 2 PC setups right now because I got a new computer and I didn't want to reinstall 2 programs onto my new computer because it would be a pain in the butt. So I have the other computer set up for editing videos still, which is what I'm playing this game on right now. So that desktop background is a Code Realized picture. It's Victor and Cardia during their happy ending too in the fan disc. But anyway, save file 4. This is going to take us to the normal end. I'll have to pause it every once in a while. Let's see. In order for him to focus on his dream, so it's going to be dividing up the housework because that's the only other answer. It's impossible to do the housework and work long hours. Maybe I can ask Gill to take care of the chores only on his days off. I thought of divvying up the chores for a while, then nodded. Yeah, it's more than alright. You can leave the housework to me.
ありがとう。じゃあ無事受かったら分担について話させて。
Of course, we should involve Claris in our discussion, but anyways, you have my support. I say that with confidence. Gill smiles and nods.
うん。君がそう言ってくれるなら、一緒に頑張れる人がいいって言ってくれるなら、俺、夢を終えるよ。本気でアウトロード車を狙ってみる。俺、就活頑張るよ。
Gill looks at me with a calm, clear expression. Let's see, can I skip? Okay, I'm gonna skip. I close my eyes and think about Celestia. Ahead of me, Gill turned around. I wonder what he'll answer with, but really, what am I expecting him to say? So the answer is going to be his destiny set, I think. But we've already read this, so we're just going to skip. She always looked troubled when I asked about her parents or about her middle school life. Then, if there's an invisible hand guiding them towards their fate, that kind of feeling. Is this more about the fate thing? Maybe there is more dialogue for it. The day her smile looked so sad to me, I understand now. It was because she was the god Cupid.
案外あっさり信じるのね。まあいいわ。
You've already
説
seen
明が
that,
省けて
so
楽だもの。
とにかく
we're going to obey him. And then we've already seen this too. And this time we're going to ask him to deliver the letter directly to her. We've seen this too. This is going to lead to the good end. We're going to go ahead and skip. Never give up. So this is the normal ending now. It looks like they still got married. After we tossed the bouquet, Gill, his parents, and I quietly enjoyed dinner at a restaurant. Then we arrived home and breathed a mutual sigh of relief. So it doesn't look like he became the president of LCI Company because it stopped abruptly right after they're talking about his father's love of cars. Together we sat down on the sofa, slowly moving closer. Gil rested a hand on my shoulder, a thoughtful look on his face. Gil aimlessly twirling a lock of my hair around the tip of his finger. His eyes are glazed over. Oh my goodness. Gil, are you sure about this? Well, about your father, I thought you would have more to say to him.
いつかちゃんと話すよ。でも今はいいかなって。俺がもっと大人になって一人前になったら話そうと思う。それに俺、今は頭が別のことでいっぱいなんだ。例えば、今作ってるラブレター本のこととかさ。
I see. That's right, Gil's love letters are going to be turned into a book.
俺、好きなことについて文章を書くのが好きだからさ。こんな風に夢が一つ叶うなんて思ってなかったんだ。だからあの本をきちんと形にして文章を書くってこととちゃんと向き合いたい。父さんたちと向き合うのはそれからだよ。
I guess that's understandable. Gil's finally found his dream and is taking things one step at a time, which is reasonable. He wants to maintain focus on his life path. I think I understand how Gil feels. So what's the title of your book?
まだ悩んでるんだよね。俺としては君の名前を入れたいんだけど。
What? You shouldn't.
うん、編集長にもそう言われた。君に危険が及んでも困るし、あと映画のヒロインと同じ名前だからさ。
Oh, that's right. I picked this name from a movie I liked, and even though Gill knows I'm Cupid, I've kept my human name's origin secret.
でもこれは全部君に捧げるために書いたものだからさ。タイトルは君に関係するものがいいんだよね。キューピッドへの手紙とか？いや、それじゃなんか違うか。じゃあ恋人への手紙とか？いやでもこれ書いてた時は片思いだったし、愛しの君へ？ちょっと硬いな。
I actually like the letters to Cupid. Gil mumbled all this to himself while browsing the internet on his phone. His expression looked like he was having fun. Gil really does like writing. I want to support Gil's dreams. I thought that while I quietly sat next to him. That was a dream that Gil almost gave up on due to a misunderstanding. Now he looks happy. It's clear he loves being immersed in his research. His expression looks so bright and refreshing to me. It fills my heart with affection. I think I must have sat next to him for a long time just staring at his expression. The next day. Gill and I were out and about in Bumblepig. Last night we reached out to Galen and decided to meet with him.
こらこらバンブルピッグ、勝手に鳴らすんじゃない。
Bumblepig really is your partner now, huh?
しかもこいつたまに夜勝手に走ってるんだよ。誰も乗せないで走って都市伝説になっても知らないからな。
Two people in a sentient car were living it up as we traveled towards our destination. Today we were heading to 7th Avenue and a place called the Happy Forest Cafe.
ギル、連絡くれてありがとな。
Galen welcomed us ecstatically upon our arrival.
兄さん、よかった。元気そうだね。
元気元気。好きなことやってるからかな。毎日がすごく充実してるんだ。
Galen really does appear much happier than the last time we met. His future's so bright, I feel like I need sunglasses.
やっぱり自分に嘘はいけないよな。 でもギルたちのおかげで彼女とも話し合えて本当に良かったよ。
Is your fiance out today?
ああ、うん。一緒に行かないかって聞いたんだけど、やっぱりラブクラフト家の人と会うのは気まずいからって来てくれなかったんだ。
But why? It's just your younger brother.
後悔してないといいんだけどな。
きっと大丈夫だよ。ハンバーガーショップのことも手伝ってくれてるんだろ。
そうなんだよ。彼女絵が上手くてさ、店の看板もチラシも作ってくれたんだ。ほら見て。
Gale flashes a bright smile as he shows us the flyer. On it was a slightly pastel illustration of a burger. It looked as if it was done with crayons and colored pencils. Wow, this looks so professional.
でしょう。彼女本当にいい子なんだ。こうやって手伝ってくれるし。実は彼女も車のことはあんまり好きじゃなかったんだってさ。俺と話すためにずっと夜なべして勉強してたなんて言うんだ。
そうなの？
うん。おかげでなんでもっと早く言ってくれなかったのなんて怒られたよ。
Jake, I don't like cars either. His love-struck expression while he brags about his girlfriend makes him look like a proud boyfriend.
俺が実はハンバーガーショップやりたいって言ったら、彼女も私は絵を描くのが好きなのなんて今まで隠してたことを教えてくれるしさ。君たちに相談したおかげで俺たちの間にはすっかり隠し事がなくなったんだ。
そっか、よかった。
父さんたちには悪いけれど、俺たちはちゃんと好きなことやって楽しく暮らしていこうな、ギル。
うん。そうそう、俺も兄さんに報告があって。
Gil hurriedly takes his phone out and starts talking to Galen about his upcoming book. Galen's eyes go wide with joy upon hearing the news of Gil's big publishing deal. These brothers really do love one another. Their joy and positive energy is contagious. They're both doing what they love. They're both living their own lives too. There are times when we have to make sacrifices, times when we have to worry about what choices to make. Yet if we can still find a way to smile, then I think we'll be alright. Why? Because if we can be together with our loved ones, things will always be alright. That's what she said like the end of the last section. Why? Because this. Over the next month, Gil started working on his book of love letters. Then half a year passed by in the blink of an eye. Finally, Gil's book, Love Letters for You, will be released. I'm home. On that day, I returned home from work and heard Gill typing away in the living room. A few weeks had passed since his book released. The love letter book is doing really well. Outroad, Gil's publisher, was already eager for his next project. So Gill has been stuck at home working on his next outline. It seems that he's well on the way to becoming an author. Gill? I embrace Gill from behind while he's still facing his laptop. Then I lean over and look into his face. He's sleeping? He throw you down? Okay.
おかえり。ごめん、仕事に集中してて気づかなかった。
She stole your glasses. Take those off and look at me. It's alright. So how's work?
それなりにね。そうそう、報告があるんだ。実は俺の本が今度日本語に翻訳されることになったんだよ。
So, what is their primary language in Lost York? Like, I know it's a game, the game is Japanese, but if it's getting a Japanese translation, and I think... No, never mind, I'm getting that game confused with something else. But if it's getting a Japanese translation, what would they normally speak here? I don't know. Or maybe they're supposed to be in America. No, someone said they came back from an American business or something, didn't they? Maybe I'm getting that confused with the other game too. Gosh, really?
と言っても発行部数はそんなに多くないけどね。
He laughs bashfully, then gently places his hand on top of mine.
それでもまだこの本の印税だけじゃ君を幸せにできないからね。次の本を出せるように頑張るよ。
Well, I'll gladly help.
ありがとう。次はどんな本がいいと思う？
How about a book about matchmaking?
あ、いいね。パラサイト5のそれぞれの話とか書いてみよっかな。
That would take a while. Sounds like a fiction novel.
確かに。それと俺はキューピッドのお話とか書いてみたいな。キューピッドの女の子が人間界に来て奮闘するお話。それで一人の男が恋に落ちちゃうんだ。
Gill strokes my cheek with his fingertip and moves closer to my lips. His own soft lips gently press against mine, then we move away. He touches my chin in the same way that you might when playing with a cat. It tickles so much that I can't help but giggle. What a wonderful story. How does it all come together?
続きはそうだな。男は長い間片思いをして振られて、それでも諦めないんだ。
Sounds like a biography.
他人の恋に躍起になるキューピッドを追いかけて、でも振り向いてもらえなくて、男は一人前の男になろうって思って努力するんだ。今はそこでおしまい。でも男は思っているんだ。立派な男になれたらプロポーズしようってね。
Gill smiles sweetly and kisses me again. This time it's a playful and indulgent kiss, the type lovers delight in sharing. I think I'm a fan of that story. I'm sure that you'll find the perfect way to tell it in your next book.
もちろん何年かかるかわからないけれど、きっと最後まで書き切ってみせるよ。最後の結びだけは今から決めてあるんだ。二人は結婚して永遠の愛を誓いました。そしていつまでも幸せに暮らしましたとさ。でね。
What a fantastic ending. I can't wait to get my copy. We gaze at each other and share a kiss. Afterwards, we chat about our dreams and ambitions with one another. How about this kind of book? I think that kind of book would be a fascinating read. We create our own stories together in between kisses. Someday, maybe those dreams we share will come true, regardless of size or how far away they are in the future. Simply being able to talk about our future together is a gift for now. It's a time for us to continue falling fondly in love. And together, Gill, Lovecraft, and I reach our hands out towards a bright, bright future where we're together. Let's see, I admit that ending was a little bit boring compared to most of the other endings, but it's
ロー
fine.
ドするのか。ああ、
Let's see.
構わない。どの瞬間でも私は SS だからな。
They fell 3. My sister Ryuki looking at me. Oh no. And we're gonna say I think I'm fine. That's the only other choice. Oh me? I think I'm fine. I don't have anyone to shop for.
機会がないからって見てないとセンスが落ちるんだよ。興味ぐらい持ったら？
Sorry. He cocked to the quick as usual. I guess something won't change even though he's no longer a Cupid Corp member. Still, we're engaging in conversation, which is more than I could say before when he wouldn't talk to anyone beneath him. Either his values have changed or I've moved up in terms of facial grade. Then I'm gonna go to the next one.
だっていつの間にかバッグに入ってたんだもの。女の子のバッグに何か入れるなんて勇気ギルにはないでしょ？
This is regards to the love letter that could have been Gill's that was slipped into her bag. We're gonna say I guess it could be possible, or it could be possible. And then we've already seen the dialogue for that.
ダメかな。
And this is Gill asking her to the prom. And we're gonna say we're gonna think about Clarissa and remain quiet. We've already seen his response to that. Now we're trying to do something for him in return. We're gonna say, I'll clean the bathroom. And she's gonna say, I've already done that.
ああ、それはもう昼にやっちゃった。
We're gonna skip. Let's see, is this the bad end? Yep, another happy ending. Question mark. I don't remember where that falls in line as far as where the story goes. I don't remember this is after he confessed or not. Like she knows, yeah, I don't think that this is because as soon as he confessed, she ran away and went to Celestia. So this is before they even confessed to each other. She just knows, but she was waiting for him. And from there, life's been good ever since we invited Gill to live here. We can't function without him handling all the housework. Like he's not even pursuing his dream, it sounds like. He does it all without complaint and does everything perfectly the first time. The room is spotless, the clothes are all clean, plus Gill's cooking is always a delight. Living with him is like living in paradise. It didn't take long for me to come to that conclusion. Poor Gill, he's like their manservant now. I don't want to go to work. For the first time ever, I didn't want to actually go to work. Of course that was due to the rain. I didn't want to head out into the muck to do all that troublesome work. I'd rather stay in bed. Plus, I just generally didn't want to go to the office. I'd rather be lazy at home. Wow, she had like a mood change, didn't she? Rightly, I think about how little I want to matchmake, despite that being my calling. Even more so, I think about my bed. Yo, come here.
どうしたの？そんな困った声出して。
I don't want to get out of bed. I shift around the blankets and peer up at Gill. His eyes go wide before he bursts out laughing.
そっか。なら行かなくていいんじゃない？
What? Are you kidding?
うん、別に行く必要ないでしょ。ほら、風邪ひいたってことにして有給使えばいいんじゃない？
Well, I just so happen to have less work today. I guess I won't cause any problems if I just took the day off. I wonder if it's okay to take a day off without notice, as I enjoy the feeling of my head being petted from above my covers.
じゃあますます大丈夫だよ。あの会社福利厚生しっかりしてるしさ。俺が代わりに電話しておくよ。
We'll call in for her. Are you sure, Gill?
もちろんだよ。君に頼られて嬉しいぐらいさ。
He's like a butler, is he? Gill smiles pleasantly, then contacts my office to put in PTO on my behalf.
さて、これで大丈夫だ。思う存分寝ておいで。
Thank you, Gill. Gill pats my head a few more times before leaving my room. There's nothing like the bliss of staying in bed all day. It's heaven. I yawned a little and wrapped the blankets around me tighter before closing my eyes. This is so strange. This was the day that began it all. What? At first it was just one day off playing hooky. Little did I know that was the beginning of a great tragedy. Oh my goodness. I don't want to work at all today. My first taste of that forbidden fruit had me hooked. I started crying in front of Gill all the time.
別に行かなくていいよ。ゆっくり今日は休んでいいよ。
What's wrong with her? But I just recently took a day off.
大丈夫だって。俺が電話しておくよ。
I have to be an actual adult today.
別に行かなくていいよ。というか、君はずっと家にいていいんだよ。会社も辞めちゃおうよ。
Oh my goodness. But I'm Cupid.
大丈夫だよ。家にいてゆっくり休もう。ほら、俺も結構稼げるようになったしさ。お金のことは心配しないで。
Like, I think in the original route, he would probably start getting concerned for her. So this just seems like it's a dream, like it's not reality.
君が望むことは何でもやりたいんだ。俺に尽くさせてよ。それに俺、君がこうして寝たり休んだりしてるのが好きだからさ。ね。 大丈夫だって。
Oh, those soothing words are like a devil on my shoulder, whispering fiendishly into my ear. I can't resist, not any longer. His honey words make it so easy to just give in. So I quit my job. I started to stay home all day, letting Gill pamper me to my heart's content. I can feel myself becoming more idle by the day. Oh my goodness.
そんなところで寝てたら風邪ひいちゃうよ。ほら、髪乾かしてあげるから、ちょっと起きて。
Where's Claris during all of this? I don't think she's left yet.
ご飯作ったよ。クッキーもチーズケーキも焼いたんだ。食べる？
Although, if Gill and Lynette started doing this, I'd probably leave too.
掃除も洗濯もしておいたよ。君はゆっくり寝てて。あ、映画も借りてこようか。
I mean, this could have been a version of his life that he's always wanted. It doesn't matter if they're married or dating or whatever. He's just wanted to do everything for her. This is kind of like his alternate happy ending.
大丈夫。君は何もしなくていいよ。そばにいてくれるだけで俺は幸せなんだ。
I'm gonna make her fade away into nothing.
喉乾いた？すぐ買ってくるね。他に欲しいものある？ポテトチョップス？了解。君が見たがってた映画また借りてきたよ。動画配信サービスにも入っておいたから、これでいつでも家で映画が見られるよ。
She's like not even talking anymore. Did she forget how to speak? Is she just like a potato now?
平気。君はどんな格好でも可愛いよ。別に痩せたりする必要なんかないんだ。
I was gonna say something. I'm like, she's probably gonna get like, she's probably gonna gain weight and get lazy, which looks like that's what's happening.
君がそばにいて生きてくれるだけで幸せなんだ。頑張らないで、休んで、甘えて、ダメになって、そして俺だけを見てよ。
You start to sound kind of like a yandere, where it's like, as long as you only look at me and you let me do all these things for you, I am perfectly happy. Oh my goodness. This pampering and caretaking made me feel so happy. It was such wonderful kindness. Humans always seem to take the easy way out. Then again, humans and gods are one and the same in that regard. Gill is so kind, yet he's killing me softly with all of his overwhelming kindness. I know, right? Killing you softly by not allowing you to do anything. I sometimes remind myself to mention that this situation isn't good, but honestly, it's just empty words. I don't really mean what I say in the slightest. It's already too late for my willpower. I can't survive without being pampered like this.
ちょっと！何してんの？
Well, where have you been this whole time? Like, you can't just come in after all this time and yell at her. You weren't here at all. I was eating some licorice on my bed while lazing around when Claris crashed into my room. Oh, Claris, long time no see. What's up?
久しぶりじゃないわよ。つうか何その格好。しかも太りすぎ。もしかして全然動いてないんじゃないでしょうね。
I wasn't expecting her to show up at all. Well, honestly, I don't remember the last time I left the apartment.
別に気にしなくていいよ。君はそこでゆっくり休んでて、仕事も家事も全部俺がやるから。
ギルのバカ！ダメ女クラフトになってんじゃないわよ。彼女をブクブクに太らせて。
Look at what you've done.
俺今のこの子の姿も好きだな。可愛いじゃないか。
Oh my goodness.
俺はどんな姿の彼女だって愛してる。それで彼女も俺を必要としてくれるんだ。最高じゃないか。
He's psychotic.
こんなの愛じゃないわ。依存よ、依存。
I know, it's like turning her into a vegetable.
あんたならこの子の恋心を目覚めさせてくれるかもって思ってた私がバカだった。ああ、もう知らない。二人で世界の終わりまでそうしてればいいんだわ。
Fire storms out, slamming the door behind her. We're so happy in our life together. What's there not to like about this slice of paradise? I feel like I'm in heaven. I munch on the hamburger Gill made me while I chill with the movie. This life of mine has become so fun. Not working is pure bliss. Stepping back from my role as Cupid was so easy. Even becoming a human was as simple as it could be. Even better, there's no one here to chide me or yell at me. Not Dad, not my boss, not anybody.
愛してるよ、リネット。ずっと一緒にいようね。
He actually told her. Gill gently brushes my hair and even does my nails. I don't know, this is kind of a twisted kind of love, I guess. His kindness is so abundant. He showers me with love each and every single day. These halcyon days are so full of happiness. I feel like an overripe, rotting fruit ready to burst apart. It's so easy to forget all of my worries and just not think. I love you so much, Gill.
俺もだよ、リネット。俺がいなきゃダメな。かわいいかわいい俺だけの天使。これからもずっと面倒見てあげるからね。
Gill's eyes glint with a feverish fixation, but despite my dependence on him, he loved me so deeply. Together we've created a world where only we happily exist. It feels like we're children playing house. We constantly whisper promises that we'll always be together no matter what. I know in my heart that we'll always be happy. Why? Because we believe in each other down to our very souls. Why? Because we are the happiest couple in the entire world. I mean, I guess if you're happy, it doesn't matter, right? You can just waste your life away. It's whatever. Be happy, die young. That was silly. Anyways, we're gonna go to safe file. Actually, no, that's the last one. Hold on. I want bad into 2. Okay, yeah. So save file 1. Okay, we're gonna do the bad love test now.
ロードするのか。ああ、構わない。どの瞬
I'm
間で
really
も
curious about this
私
one.
は。
あれテス
We're gonna answer no on all questions except for 9. Okay, that makes it easy then. Continue the test. And no on all questions except for 9. Number 9 is when he asks about your plans or tries to get too involved, do you find yourself trying to distance yourself from him? Oh. No, this is no. Probably gonna like, just like go off on his own or something. And that's it. Was that all? Let's see. What's your love type?
ルダス。遊びの恋を楽しむタイプね。一人の人と深く長い関係を築くよりも、いろんな人と軽い付き合いをするのを好む傾向にあるわ。
So this is correct, and it's kind of funny that so she likes flings, which is like the opposite of what Gill wants. Let me for fun. I haven't experienced one, so it's hard to picture how that difference looks.
あら、その顔は思い当たる節があるのかしら。あなたも隅に置けないわね。
She
隅
says
な
too.
女。何人の男を泣かせてきたの？
Who knew that Clarence was a player? Oh my goodness. No, I haven't made any men cry.
冗談よ。そんなにムキにならないで。ちなみに私はこれだったわ。お揃いってことでいいじゃない。
That doesn't surprise me. I never thought about my own love type before, so it's a good study.
それはよかったわ。まあ作ってる私が言うのもなんだけど、参考程度にね。結局男と女はフィーリングなんだから。
Alright, now I should be able to skip to all the choices.
今日は助かった。
It's gonna take me a minute to look at all of them just because I'm on a different. So the computer that I'm recording this on only has one monitor, so I'd say it's all part of the job.
そうか。
Actually,
そう言ってもらえて安心した。
actually, never mind. I'll just pull them up on my other computer monitor, which is like right next to me. So, okay, and it's gonna be Gill Lovecraft. We're going to ask about the car. We're gonna let Gill handle it.
うん、任せて。
そうならよかった。
I'm gonna say, was he mad about something? We report her to the police.
そうか。確かにそうだな。うちの秘書が万が一誘拐。
あんたは見なくていい。
We're gonna say maybe we should as a reference.
We're
gonna say, I guess it's not possible.
でしょ？だからきっとあれがギルの手紙だってのは気のせい。
Directly ask about Clarice. I will cook something. I'm gonna support him fully. We're gonna say, do you believe in God? And then that's the last one in his route, so we'll see what comes next. Alright, I don't know if it's going to pop up or not, but the bad end is called 365 Love Letters. But this sounds new, so let's see. I have to find where my true love is, and soon. Oh, okay, she left. Okay, so it's not new. I wonder where he goes, though. Okay. We are not for Gill. Bad match. Wrong. Upon my return to Celestia, the punishment for losing the golden arrow awaited me. Oh no. Uh-oh. Ah. Oh no. Did you go to prison? I was thrown into a cage. The door slammed shut. Oh my goodness. Excuse me, don't I get an explanation? What's happening? Why are you locking me up in a cage?
ああ。マーズ様は結婚率の低下が著しいため、恋の矢で多くの恋結びをしてほしいと思い、お前を連れ戻したのだ。だがお前はなくしたというではないか。神が真具をなくせば処罰は免れぬ。
Cupid has two types of arrows. The golden arrow makes people fall in love, and the leaden arrow cuts ties. I've lost the golden arrow. I thought I had brought both with me when I left, but all I had was the leaden arrow and my bow.
真具をなくした罰は100年の軟禁と決まっている。D コンセンテスにより決定されたことだ。しばらくおとなしくそこにいてもらおう。
That is a long time. What? An entire century? I have to stay here for that long? That long separated from Gill? You shouldn't have left if you were worried about that. Wait, please let me go. I'll search for the golden arrow.
もう決定したことだ。調査は我々が行う。お前はおとなしく罰を受けるんだ。
The device soldier refused to hear me out and left me alone. A century, 100 years is completely different for a god. 100 years is the blink of an eye for gods. For humans, it might as well be infinity. If I were to be held here that long, I would never be able to live with everyone in the human realm again. I heard footsteps approaching me then. It was Lord Jupiter. Oh.
Cupid.
There was a deep sorrow in his voice. His expression was hidden behind his mask, but I could sense his sadness. Lord Jupiter, I beg you, please let me out. I reached through the bars and grabbed at his robes. However, he simply shook his head without saying a word.
Cupid. これはお前のためでもあるんだ。
My own good?
寝具をなくしただけが理由ではない。お前はしばらく力を使わずにここにいなくてはならないのだ。
His voice actor sounds familiar. What do you mean?
いつか真実を話そう。だが、今はその時ではない。
You know, he kind of sounds like, what's his face? Yang from... It doesn't give me Jupiter's voice actor, so I have to look it up myself. I shouldn't have looked it up. I just got a huge spoiler. Oh my goodness. Dang it. Well, I was right anyway. Lord Jupiter is Yang from Pure Fiore, which is the Atomi game that I've been reading on the side that I talked about in another episode about the bad guy mafia boss. And yeah, I could hear it. I'm like, as soon as he started talking more than a few sentences, I'm like, I've heard that recently. But still, I did not want to see that spoiler. I'm like, why is he not listed as a voice actor? Because he's obviously has voices in here. Well, it'll probably be Alan's route when we find out, because that's like the second to last route. That's the route before the secret route. And then we'll find out more about Jupiter. He pushed away my hand and turned his back on me. I stared at the back of as he walked away. Powerlessly, I dropped my hands. This is for my own good. What does Lord Jupiter mean by that? I can't bring myself to try to understand. Why am I being confined in Celestia? Didn't Dad say that Cupid is necessary for matchmaking? But here I am, locked away without a key. It's okay, the car will do it for you now, right?
Chi!
Hi, Chi. Suddenly I hear Chi and see him appear out of thin air. He rubs his cheek on my face to comfort me. Oh, Chi, are you trying to make me feel better?
Chi!
Thank you, you sweet thing. I press my finger to Chi's forehead and rub it, then embrace him. A century, I'll be imprisoned here for that long. Well, at least you have Chi to accompany you, right? 1,000 years without work, without anything. Back when I was still living full-time in Celestia, I didn't think anything of it. But now that I lived in the human realm, I learned how to use my time differently. Though their lives pass so quickly, humans laugh, cry, and easily become passionate or angry. I felt those things among them. Gill was by my side all the while. Maybe he wrote that horrible article. Maybe he didn't. In my heart, I have doubts. What if all this is a big misunderstanding? It has to be a mistake. I know that Gill would never do such a terrible thing. That's why I couldn't remain calm. That's why I fled and ran away again. But you shouldn't have left. You shouldn't have gone to Celestia, though. Like, that was your #1 problem. You listened to a rooster. I never would have thought that leaving the human realm would result in my imprisonment, though. I grabbed onto the bars in my cage and looked down. There was no record in all of Celestia of the die consonants overturning a decision. I will spend a century in this cage. The thought of 100 years behind bars felt so long that I could do nothing but sit. Faintly, I heard the ticking of time sounding somewhere. "20 years later, on that day I was grabbing onto the bars of the cage. I had been unable to move since I was first confined for so long. Someone could have passed by and let me out. They could have shown mercy. I had held tight to that thought for 20 years. Everyone I met in the human realm must think I was spirited away. Or they might not even remember who I was." Gill might remember.
それでさ、最近の調査によると、神隠しにあった人ってみんなの記憶に残らないらしいって分かったんだ。
Oh wow, really?
そう。でもさ、それが本当だったら、実際に神隠しがあったか調べる方法ってないよね。その人がいたかどうか、誰も覚えてないんだし。
Certainly that must be the case. No one in the human realm remembers me. No one down there is waiting for me either. That's why there is no need to return anytime soon. I'm okay here. 80 more years of penance and I'll be free. Then I'll prove how amazing humanity can be to every single god in Celestia. Despite my thoughts, they didn't resonate in my heart. Perhaps that's because I was thinking of one person down below. Gill Lovecraft, what are you doing right now?
Q-chan?
Oh. Are you gonna free her? I heard Aunt Minerva call my name. It was the first time I heard her voice in 20 years. Lady Minerva?
あらあら、あなたこんなにやつれちゃって。いやまあ、神だから痩せたりはしないんだけど、ずいぶん顔色が悪いわ。ほんとごめんね、Q ちゃん。私もさすがに D コンセンテス全体の決定には逆らえなくて。本当はこうして見に来ることもダメなんだけど、さすがに気になるじゃない。それで差し入れ持ってきたの。
Is it the 365 love letters from Gill?
見張りの新兵をちょっと眠らせてね。
She smiled playfully and glanced around. There were divine soldiers here, sleeping peacefully.
でもあなたをここから出したらさすがの私も処罰を免れないし、今日はちょっと差し入れを持ってきただけなの。
And he passed a laptop through the bars of the cage.
これがあれば多少は退屈じゃなくなるでしょ。ぜひ Q ちゃんに見てほしい映画があるの。開いてみて。
I opened the laptop and saw a movie of some sort playing on the screen.
これね、小説原作なんだけど、今一番人間界でヒットしている映画なの。よかったら見てみて。
She looked at me with eyes filled with sadness before she walked away. I was left behind with the laptop. With nothing else to do, I looked at the screen. On it were the words 365 love letters. It's a movie that started off with a monologue from a young man. The movie is set in Lost York of yesteryear 20 years ago. One day a young man meets a girl. The girl had run away from her affluent life in the countryside. She was innocent and a bit naive, but she had a kind heart. They spent time together and slowly the girl learns how to live in the city. In turn, she teaches the man warmth and care. In the end, they come to a misunderstanding that leads to a fight over a minor issue. They're ultimately separated. Even though they're living different lives, the man continues to yearn for her. Every single day, the man wrote letters that would never reach her.
突如目の前から消えてしまった彼女。ずっと僕は彼女の影を探し続ける。ずっと。ずっと。
He continues to search to this day. Aw, didn't Gill say that there's no point to his life without her? Like, without her, everything's meaningless. After 20 years, like, I can't imagine the man he's become. A man in eternal sadness. Everywhere he goes, he looks for the shadow of that one true love who he dedicated his life to. Every single day, every single year, he knew that he would never see her again. Sounds like Gill. I was left speechless after finishing the movie. My mind feels numb and I can't seem to organize any of my thoughts or emotions. The only thing I was aware were the hot tears streaming down my cheek, because the author of the novel that inspired the film was in the end credits. The name was 365 Love Letters, original author Gill Lovecraft. This is a story that Gill Lovecraft created. I couldn't help but sob. I covered my mouth with both of my hands. There's no mistake. 365 Love Letters. It's the story of Gill and myself. He wrote the story after trying to find me when I disappeared from the human realm. Oh, Gill, are you still searching for me? Are you still writing your love letters? Gill Lovecraft, the lovelorn parasite, you were always seeking me out no matter what. When we gods returned here to Celestia, it said that we vanished from the memories of people. I tried to believe in Raoul's baseless theorizing, but I could never imagine that Gill would be searching for me. Never in my dreams could I have imagined his desire. I suppose I was afraid to find out. I was afraid that Gill could still be searching for me. I was worried that Gill could have forgotten about me. Both outcomes are terrifying and heartbreaking. So I averted my eyes from the matter for the human realm for 20 long years. In that time, Gill suffered for the sake of love. I'm so sorry, Gill. I made you suffer for no reason. I should have done something to demonstrate my love for you. I look up and touch my necklace with my fingers. The golden arrow is long gone, but I still have the leaden arrow. It's the one capable of making love disappear. I stand up and activate my bow and the leaden arrow. Oh no! Even if I'm not nearby, even if I'm far away from the spring of love, I, the god Cupid, can still aim this arrow true. Because Gill Lovecraft is my true love, I can find him even from Celestia. Through the gap of the bars in my cage, I aimed my arrow at the human realm. Goodbye, Gill Lovecraft. I love and loved you. That is why I will destroy both of our feelings of love. Once that tie is severed, our love will cease to exist. We'll no longer share a bond. Once that tie is severed, Gill Lovecraft will no longer love me. Yet I have to end this. Gill and I will never be alive in the same time ever again. I will always be in this moment. He will age until he dies. I'm so sorry, Gill. Goodbye, my former true love. That's really sad. The bow bends as I draw the arrow, and then I loose the leaden arrow. To my beloved in the realm far away from here. This leaden arrow is to release him from our shattered love. Dang. That's like probably one of the worst endings. Oh my goodness. I almost wanted to cry, but I still have that spoiler in the back of my head.
君のラブタイプはもしかしてルダスだった?
So, even though I have that spoiler, I would have liked to react to it when I found out while reading. I mean, my reaction to the spoiler was still, just as genuine as it would have been. Currently. It's not current. I don't know. It's probably going to be the end of the game. Anyway, if you guys did enjoy, drop a like down below and or subscribe. I feel sorry for Gill, but that's kind of a bad ending that I was expecting. But anyway, look forward to Raoul Aconite next, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.